Hello, hello. You asked about... Well, I had the other one right here. Here we go. I wish I could just not give a shit. I'm tired of stressing myself out over things that don't matter. If you have any advice that you could lend. You care about things. And, I could just not give a shit. I mean, there's awesome things here to care about. Each other is one of them. Not totally fucking over the house we live in, the island we live on, that's one of them. Being kind, that's one of them. We care about those things, relatively. What you don't want to give a shit about is the stuff you don't actually care about. But in some ways, what I notice is that if it's on my radar, then I care about it a little bit. I have some kind of an opinion. So I'll give you an example. Whenever the subject of religion comes up, I used to have a very strong kind of reaction to it. Like, hey, it's bullshit, stay away from it. But that's still giving it too much attention. So now, whenever the topic comes up, I don't react to it. I don't react to it in either the positive or the negative. And that sort of absence of a reaction removes it from the radar, to the point where now it's like there's not much noticing it. Someone says something religious, and I notice I'm not reacting to that at all. Because it's still a kind of agitation to resist something that is. Right? Religion exists. I can scream about it, shouldn't be here all I want to. It exists. And I'm not going to stop people from believing in it. So the only thing I can do is live this life. So then I remove even my resistance to the things that I technically don't care about. And there's no charge in that anymore. So the simple piece of advice is to focus on what you care about. To such a degree that you don't really have time to focus on what you don't care about. You're too busy focusing on what you care about. We're at a camp, so we're 20 miles away from where I'm sitting, and the coffee shop in town is the only place with a YouTube connection. So I come down and make a video so that I can, like I said I'd post it on Thursday. I care about doing what I say I would do, and sometimes I'm able to do that, and sometimes I'm not. But I do care about that. And I care about having fun, so I just jumped on the little skate park that's here in Groveland, which is all metal. No barefoot skating there. It's like scorching. It's like 100 degrees. And just, get a little bit of that. Get a little bit of that feeling of doing this thing I love, and then that's it. Now I'm just sweating and making a video. But it's like I can either focus on the things I wish weren't here and thus give it all my energy, or just do the things that I care about and focus on the things I care about. It's not a difficult thing in some ways to notice how much attention what you don't actually care about is getting. Like the religion example. Like if so much time I spent going, oh, religion, it's like I'm just creating it. By doing that, I'm giving it more attention than it deserves. So forget it. Too busy even to have the conversation in that way, using that as the example. And there's so many things that can kind of fall into that category. Like spirituality, people believing in spiritual things. What do I care? I used to care about that. Like, don't believe that shit. It's crazy. It's like, who am I to say that? Whatever. Believe whatever. I'm not going to focus on it. It's like become busy doing the things that you really love to such a degree you don't have time to lament and give energy to the shit that doesn't matter to you. I'm tired of stressing myself out over things that don't matter. No shit. It's tiring. Because it doesn't actually matter to you. Of course you're tired. Because it doesn't matter. So the only obvious solution to that is to focus on the things that matter to you. And just know, I think there's something important to, in some ways, just know there's kind of inherent dissatisfaction in everything. I show up, I'm excited to skate barefoot. It's too fucking hot to even step off the board. And it's not a circular course in that you can kind of like keep following a snake line. You have to kind of stop. So I don't take my shoes off and I let go of that desire and have as much fun as I can have. You're going to always be adaptable to what's coming to you. You're always going to have to be adaptable to the situation. As Louis C.K. says, which I think is brilliant, he says, in some ways we get ourselves into such a tizzy because we won't do our second favorite thing. Or our third favorite thing. We have to have our first favorite thing or else we're miserable. It's like we have other options. There's other things we like to do. So I find if I stay honest about the inherent dissatisfaction in everything, then it kind of creates an adaptability and openness to, well, what fun can I have here with this now? And the cool thing is, dude, is that nobody else can live your life for you. It's like even this piece of advice might not resonate. It might be like, no, that doesn't do shit for me. And that's just the way it is. It always will come back to, you're the one here, you're the one living this life. You're the one that can appreciate what you can appreciate and give energy to the various aspects of the world that you do and do not care about. And at least as far as I can tell, you can do it. You can intelligently wake up and go, okay, this is what I care about. I'm not even going to pay attention to that stuff. Someone asked Merv Griffin, who created all those game shows in America, they said, what do you do with negative criticism when it comes, and it used to come in the mail, we used to not have email. And so he goes, oh, I do this. He gets the letter and he just passes it right to the trash can. Just go right into the trash can. You don't even focus on it. And I think in some ways that's the simple piece of advice. Whatever you're giving energy to is literally what your attention is on. So direct your attention towards things that you really appreciate and enjoy, and you just won't have the time to spend going, ooh, 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 ooh. And I don't think this isn't fast food answer, it's like this is one of those kind of like just noticing over time, how do I use my attention, how do you use my energy? If I scream about spirituality or religion or whatever, it's like, well, that's my life. I never get that time back. It's my own, it's my own stupidity. I'm just wasting my own time. I could be partying, I could be dancing, I could be having fun, I could be having sex, I could be doing all kinds of things. Instead, I'm going, no. It's like, okay, well, that's just my life. Until it's not. Until it's like, oh, well, don't do that. That's a waste of time. Good luck, man.